It's time for your home with Elise McCollumn from Bullfrog Construction on AM 1480 WLEA. Here's Elise.
Hey there. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to your home. My name, of course, is Elise McCollumn from Bullfrog Construction, and I'm glad you've joined us this morning. I'm going to be your host the next 30 minutes. Your Home is a bi-weekly talk show focusing on all aspects of home ownership. Each show will feature a guest or guests who specialize in some aspect of home maintenance, repair, remodeling, and all aspects of your home, both inside and out. We're going to talk about some yummy part inside the house today, which we love. And as a reminder, we'll be giving the Bullfrog Tip of the Week here in a moment. If you have a question or you would like to email, or you would like answered on the show, you could email me at elise@bullfrogconstructionllc.com. That's elise@bullfrogconstructionllc.com. Or you could text me at 585-737-4553, 585-737-4553. Hey, but now let's meet our guest professional of the week. This morning, we're continuing to celebrate the holidays here at your home. Last show, we talked about holiday traditions in the home. And I was joined by a great lineup of guests. It was a fun time. And today, we're going to be talking about holiday traditions around the world. I think we sometimes forget that most of the world celebrates Christmas, just as we do here in the States. And I thought it would be fun to take a peek into the holiday traditions across the globe. And some of them are really interesting, as we're going to find out today. Also this morning, I'm joined by one of my favorite people, Miss Rebecca Milner. And she has a degree from Alfred State College in Bakery Production and Management. Now, there's a title for you, Bakery Production and Management. She is also the co-owner with her husband Marjo of Milner's Southern Smoke, located right here in downtown Hornell at 66 River Street. And their phone number, jot this down, 607-661-9414, 607-661-9414. Again, that's 66 River Street, Milner's Southern Smoke. They have great food at a great price in a fun, friendly, family atmosphere. And I can say firsthand, the barbecue is awesome, and as I said, at an affordable price. They do take out as well, right,
yes,
Becca?
We do.
You do take out?
You can call ahead. You can I even said, I'll bring it out to the car. If
You'll do curbside for you. You get out there, they'll have it ready, they'll bring it right out to you curbside, folks. It doesn't get any better than that. Nobody's doing that. That's the difference between a corporate place and a small business in a town, and we need to get out and support our small businesses.
Please do.
Hornell Partners for Growth, and Shelley does a great job. She was going to be here with us today, but she could not make it. I had a hard time connecting with her. I think she's got a tremendous amount of things going on right now with Hunellywood and with some other things that I don't know if it's public out there yet or not, but she's got a lot going on, but we do appreciate Shelley. So you guys do take out, you do curbside, and of course, most of us are familiar with the Southern Smoke food truck.
Yes.
We've seen the food truck around. And I have a little story to share about the food truck. I believe I was the first catering job that you guys ever did out of the food truck.
This is true.
And it was a summer family picnic. And I called Becca and I said, hey, Becca, listen, I'm having a summer family picnic. I would rather not spend all my time cooking and all these things. I'm thinking about catering and just having my guests. If you could bring the truck, we'll pull it up. We'll walk out. You give us what we can order. We'll order, and I'll just pay you guys, and it's over with. And it's very simple. More time to spend with our guests, more time to spend with the family, less time for me in the kitchen and clean up and all that's involved with it. And it was easy and so simple, I got to tell you. All the people did, like I said, was went up to the truck. They ordered what they wanted. Everybody loved it. There was no muss, no fuss. You guys made it easy. And I highly recommend you check out Milner Southern Smoke for your next dining experience or your next event. But today, Miss Becca is here to talk with me about sweets and treats for the holidays. And having a baking degree from Alfred right here, Becca knows a thing or two about baking. Trust me, I have a holiday party every year, and this is another whole side to Milliner's Southern Smoke.
Yes, a lot of people don't know this side.
Yes, and it's important that we talk about this, Becca, because I think people would, if people don't know about something, they can't use your service if they don't know.
Yes.
And we need to let them know today, and that's what we're doing. With holidays coming and birthdays and New Year's and all the events that go on, weddings and and baptisms, and there's just so much that goes on. There's always sweets involved, it seems like. And, it's easy for someone to go get some cookie dough and throw some chocolate chip cookies on or something like that. But if you really want to give your guests a treat, I would suggest that you give Miss Becca here a call. Because, and what's that phone number down there again, Becca?
607-661-9414.
Yes, give her a call, and she can take care of you. Every year for my Christmas party, I have Becca make all the desserts for my Christmas party. And she could make anything. I'm not kidding you. And it's beautiful when it's done. She brings it all wrapped so nice. It's so professional looking. It's beautiful. And, nobody is doing that. I'm not saying you couldn't go to Wegmans, the corporate again, and get yourself some cookies or something like that, or get a box of this or that. But it's not the same as it is coming from someone with that loving touch that puts everything into it when they make it. And as I said, Becca has a degree in baking, and I want to talk about this today. But before we get started, and I know that was a little bit of a long intro, folks, but you know what? It's worth it because she is worth it, and Milliner's Southern Smoke does a great job here in Hornell for us. We want to give out the Bullfrog Tip of the Week. And this week's tip is holiday safety tips. Guys, there's a lot of problems this time of year with fires and incidents and theft in people's homes, and we need to use holiday safety tips. And I'm going to give a couple right now. Don't overload your extension cords. Please do not overload your extension cords. They are not designed for that. They are not made for that. If you don't know how much it will take, then you need to find somebody that can answer that question for you before you have a fire in your home. Because when you plug something into a wall, folks, you don't know where else that's going and what else may be on that line. It's called the load. You don't know how much load is on that line. And if there's too much load, it could cause a fire. And when the fire happens, it's bad for everybody. And we don't want that during the holidays. The other thing is, folks, you got to keep, if you have a real tree, you have got to keep that real tree watered. You have to water that tree. And even if you have to put a sign on the door, put a reminder on your phone, if you have to put somebody in charge of that, whatever you've got to do, when that tree dries out, it becomes a it's like kindling. It wants to burn. So we have to be very careful to make sure we keep our tree water. Another thing, make sure the locks, you leave your house, you lock the locks on your house. And folks, I understand Facebook is a great thing these days, and I love Facebook. It's fun and it's nice and it's a way to communicate. But be very cautious, folks, about telling everybody where you are and what you're doing. Because wait till after the event maybe and let people know where you were. Because there's people who will stalk that, and there's incidents of people stealing when they know you're not at home. What better than to go onto a house full of Christmas presents? I mean, it's a nice way to decorate underneath my own tree, to go in and steal the stuff out of your tree. So, folks, please do yourself a favor and keep the locks on. The other thing is, make sure if the weather turns inclement on us here, make sure that you're salting the walkways around your house for guests, for the mailman, for others that might be coming, so that everything is safe. So that's our tip of the week this week. Holiday safety tips. That's what we want to say. And one other thing I want to add, Becca. You know how when everybody's unwrapping presents, you got all these gift wrap and all this stuff? Folks, make sure that goes in the bag and it gets outside the house. Again, We've got a big pile of paper waiting for an accident to happen right there. Get it outside. Put it outside when you're done. Wrap it up, box it up, whatever, but get it out on the back porch, somewhere outside of the house. So holiday safety tips. When you hear the Bullfrog Ribbit, be the first caller to give the correct tip of the week, and you'll win a prize package from Bullfrog Construction, including a gift certificate to Yum Frozen Yogurt. Yum, yum, yum. An official Bullfrog T-shirt and some other Bullfrog and Armor goodies. And I think I'm going to give away a Bullfrog hat this time because I'm feeling in the
Fancy.
holiday spirit right now.
Aren't you nice?
So listen for the Ribbit. Be the first caller here at 324-1480. That's 324-1480 with this week's tip, holiday safety tips, and good luck to you guys. So, Becca.
Yes.
What type of baked goods can you provide for our listeners? Give us a little of what you can do and what you can't do.
Well, I say there is no limit. I can do it all.
I believe that.
What I stay away from, I tell people, is like your typical birthday sheet cakes with the character and all that. We have some great people in town already that do those. I will gladly do a dessert cake, and I will write happy birthday on it or any writing you would like.
What is a dessert cake?
Well, that's what I call them, just to describe it better, is you can have any, you can order just a vanilla cake with raspberry filling, like a raspberry torte is the fancy term for it.
As I'm sitting here eating a delicious chocolate-covered brownie that Becca brought a whole box of stuff in here today.
I always show up with goodies.
She shows up with the goodies, and oh, man, I'm spoiled, I got to tell you.
Hey.
So, what else can we do? You can do fruit. Then
I can do tarts, I can do pies, I've done, as you know, the cookie trays where I make biscotti.
Fabulous.
I make biscotti and some of the Italian cookies. Mix it up with some cookies you might have not had. I throw some German cookies in there.
I was going to say, anything from Germany?
The Vanilla Gipfel, that's my favorite cookie, so I usually try to throw that in because not a lot of people have had it. Some people have it. Most Americans make them with almond, but the traditional way is actually with hazelnuts.
And just so you folks know, Becca's actually from, did you grow up in Germany? Honey?
Well, I was 14 when my mother married an American soldier and dragged me to the United States.
So she grew up in Germany, and she's going to talk today a little bit about the traditions in Germany, and I'm going to have Becca share the traditions in her home that they spend on Christmas, because I'm sure there's some great traditions.
Yes.
So basically, you can make just about anything for somebody. They can call up and say, hey, listen, we want a fruit tarts, we want cherry apple fruit tarts, we want a tray of cookies, we want a cake.
I even make cinnamon rolls. And I've even had people bring me something that they used to have when they were younger, and they just don't either have the time to make it anymore, or, family recipes, and I'm willing to even do stuff like that.
Listen, folks, there is nobody in town or in our area doing this. There just isn't. We should be thankful that we have someone like Becca who's here that can do that. And I can tell you, she does a great job. She's affordable, and it just looks so nice when she brings it as well. It's not like it's just, here's a box of stuff for you. Yeah. It's always so beautiful when she does it. And so, let me ask this. How does somebody place an order with you?
You can either...
Do you meet with them, or do they just call in and say,
it all
this is what I
depends
want?
on how detailed the order would probably be.
Okay.
Where if it is like a bigger event, just like we kind of talked about what you were looking for, sometimes it is better to sit down. If it is like, I've done weddings where it's just all different desserts. Mm-hmm. So for an event like that, yes, I would prefer to sit down with the client and go over, the different options, because there's so much stuff out there. Where if it's just a regular order, you can call us at 607-661-9414, or on Facebook. People write us on Facebook on our Milner Southern Smoke Facebook page.
Okay, we can find that just by Milner Southern Smoke?
Yep, if you just search Milner Southern Smoke, and then if you like, make sure you like our page. And then you can message us there, and we usually respond, within at least probably an hour max.
Great. Yeah, well, you guys are busy.
And we also have an email address, which is milnersouthernsmoke@gmail.com, or on our website, milnersouthernsmoke.com. There's also a link there, and there are some of the menus, our catering menus there. There is some desserts listed, but like I said, don't be afraid to ask. If you have something in mind that you would like for an event, whether it's food or desserts, don't hesitate to ask, because we like to make people happy, so just ask.
Wow, that is super, super, super. Listen, let's do one of our traditions from around the world. I'm excited about these because they're so interesting.
Yeah, there is some neat ones.
One of them is this one is called spider webs for good luck, and this is something that they do in the Ukraine. The Ukrainian tradition of adding spider webs to the Christmas tree is odd until you will learn about the legend. In a nutshell, a poor widow lived with her children in a cold, damp hut. Her children had their sights set on a young evergreen tree growing outside as their future Christmas tree. But they had nothing to decorate the tree with. Obviously, they were poor. The woman cried herself to sleep that night, but the household spiders took note of her despair and covered the tree in their intricate webs. In the morning, the sun hit the tree, which shimmered in silver and gold thread. From that day on, the widow never wanted for anything again. And that's a Ukrainian tradition. They put spider webs on their tree. So how fun is that?
That's neat. I've never heard of that.
That's a really cool, and there's so many different things. If you go online, folks, and you look, you can read. It's just interesting to see what others are doing around the world. We have our way of doing it. Look at Honellywood down here. And I wanted to see if Shelley would be here today. I mean, this is just, everyone's all
Whoville
crazy
so
with all of the regalia and the hair and everything going on, and it's just so much fun.
I love to see it grow every year. That's one of the neat things.
It is. It's fun.
More and more.
And everybody makes it fun. The parade was a good time. But around the world, though, there's so many traditions aside from what it is we're doing and what we do here in the United States. We sometimes forget, you know what? There's people in other places that are celebrating at the same time we are. It's just exciting. It's like when you see New Year's around the world.
Yes.
There goes the fireworks over here, and now the fireworks are here. And you can kind of follow it right around the world. And that's what happens with Christmas. And there's other holidays going on right now, too. There's Ramadan, and there is Hanukkah, and we have Kwanzaa. We've got several holidays being celebrated around the world right now. As Christians, myself, I celebrate Christmas, obviously the birth of Christ, and so on and so forth. So let's go back to talking about the bakery business. What's like some of your favorites, or what's a fan favorite out there?
Oh my goodness, I like to get creative. So
I know that.
Chocolate peanut butter is like one of the biggest sellers. It's funny because once in a while we'll have somebody. I think I had 2 people in the 6 months we've been open that say, "Why do you always have chocolate and peanut butter?" And I'm like, well, people love it. That's what sells.
As I'm sitting here eating a chocolate peanut butter brownie.
Peanut butter brownie. The brownies are customer favorite. I actually, it's been a couple months now. I make these chocolate decadence cookies. Actually, that's one of your favorites, Elise. Well, you like it with the powdered sugar, which then makes it a crinkle cookie.
I love those.
And I
like the way they look, and
yes.
I like the way they taste.
So I take just the chocolate cookie and I bake it, and I put peanut butter buttercream. I sandwich the 2 cookies, and it's a good sized cookie. So I sandwich the 2 cookies. I put peanut butter buttercream in the center, and then I drizzle it with ganache, which is a rich chocolate. I don't want to call it frosting. It's chocolate and heavy cream and all the good stuff. I drizzle it with that and peanut butter. And when I first started those, people, we put it on Facebook, and that day it was crazy. People were just running in and, picking it up. And then we had people like, oh, I want 6 of them. And I was baking throughout the whole day. So that's a big hit. And chocolate layer cake, probably the cannoli cake. I make a cannoli cake.
Oh, man, do we love cannolis.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
I like to mix it up.
I brought this cannoli thing with me up to... My daughter lives up outside of Toronto, and we go up there for events, and their family's there. And I brought this cannoli thing with me up there. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
You'd have thought these people were seeing a ray of heaven.
Yeah.
When they... People love cannoli.
I had never had a cannoli until I moved here to New York. They're good.
At Italian weddings and like that, they love the Italian cookies.
Yes.
Can you make the Italian cookies?
Yes, I can. Those, I definitely would need more notice because it's...
There's a lot of work to
do. A lot
of
people don't realize how time-consuming it is.
They are.
Yes.
Incredibly, and I know that. Yeah.
No, I can definitely do it as long as I have the notice.
Baklava?
Yes.
You can make baklava, no trouble?
Oh, yes. I used to make it at the university quite a bit because we did a lot of the Jewish holidays.
And the Greek?
Yes, and the Greek, yes.
Yeah, so beautiful. Well, folks, we're going to take a quick break. And we're going to be right back. I'm going to eat my brownie while we're gone.
Remember, this holiday season, there's one thing that will surely warm the heart. And the feet. New vinyl replacement windows from Bullfrog Construction. It's time to kick off the holiday savings here at Bullfrog. If you've been thinking about replacing those old, leaky, inefficient windows, now is the time. Huge holiday savings and top quality Energy Star products add beauty, comfort, and reliability to your home. And Bullfrog's professional installation, well, that's what makes Bullfrog Construction the right choice for your new windows or your next home improvement project. Call us today at 585-737-4553 for a free quote and learn more about our year-end holiday promotion. That's 585-737-4553. And happy holidays from our pad to yours.
Hey, folks, there's the Bullfrog Ribbit. First caller with the tip from this week. You're going to win a great prize package from Bullfrog. Good luck. And we are back. And I'm joined this morning by Rebecca Milner from Milner's Southern Smoke. And we're talking about holiday sweets and traditions from around the world. I'm Elise, obviously, from Bullfrog Construction. And I'm glad to be joined this morning by this lovely young lady. And let's read another tradition from around the world.
Please do.
This one's from Norway. And it's called Heidal Brooms. I thought that was interesting. A vestige of ancient pagan days. The Norwegians go to the trouble of hiding all the brooms on Christmas Eve. I keep mine hidden, too, in the closet. And sometimes the menfolk even take out their guns and fire a warning shot into the air. Interesting. According to legend, witches and other evil spirits come out on that night each year, and you know what witches want? Brooms.
To ride on.
So it's to ward off the evil. They put the brooms away. They fire into the air. A Christmas tradition on Christmas Eve. Isn't that interesting?
That is very interesting.
There's just so many strange little things that go on. So, Rebecca, give me an example of a cost range. Somewhere where somebody could be, because there's all kinds of different budgets out there.
Yes.
Some people have $50 to spend, $25 to spend. Some people have $200 to spend.
And I think that's what's neat about us is because we understand that maybe better than a lot of people, that there is a budget. So we are big on working with people because what I can even do, like let's say you come to me and you say, I have a party of 20 people, but I only have this amount of budget. Well, since I do not just pull out frozen cookies, I make them, I can say, okay, well, what we can do is make smaller cookies. Like I can make you smaller cookies so that way they go further instead of having a bigger cookie. I try to customize for each event and each budget.
And that's the beautiful thing. Again, dealing with somebody who's going to take the personal touch and the personal time to give you exactly what you want to have a great event when you have an event, something that's memorable. And people will be saying, just like they do at my events, where did you get your baked goods?
Hopefully.
And that's exactly what will happen. So, Becca, one other thing. How about delivery?
Yes.
If you made some treats for people, is it something that they got to pick up, or are you willing to take it to them?
No.
How does that work?
We are willing to deliver. It all depends on. I mean, I've went as far as Cuca Lake. We've
Nice.
done events there. So no,
Beautiful.
we can deliver. It's all up to you on, what, like we said, depending on the event. I've even went to events where I set it up and I've done like a whole dessert table setup.
Wow.
It all depends
Fabulous.
on how detailed you, the customer, wants to get.
What about lead time? How much notice do we need?
Well, it all
really?
depends on if you only need, like, let's say you're having a party at the end of the week and you just need, you would like a pan of brownies or something simple as that. Within probably 2 days, just a 2-day notice, I could make that happen. I will try to make anything happen, but it has to be within reason.
Yeah, you can't call up this afternoon and say, hey, I need a birthday cake by 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock, exactly.
I mean, obviously, folks, there needs to be some planning, and generally there is with a party.
Yes.
I know I've placed my order.
And sometimes, you can get lucky, and I might even have an extra cake, so, it doesn't hurt to ask.
It'll work out for you.
Exactly. But
what type of pies do you make?
I
don't know if I've ever eaten any of your pies.
I know. Actually, probably the biggest, how a lot of people have my pies is Walmart ordered pies from me last year for their employees. I was very excited about it for their employees, and I ended up making like 34 pies.
Wow.
So,
great.
but
34 pies.
Yeah.
I haven't made 34 pies in my whole life.
I can make anything, apple, cherry, we actually have in our family, my husband's grandfather used to make this thing. He called it a French apple pie, which I was like, what is that?
Yeah.
And it's basically an apple pie, which is my kid's favorite, I think, because of the sentimental ties to Grandpa. And it's just an apple pie with raisins in it, and it has frosting on top.
Oh, on a pie.
On a pie. The first time I saw it, I was like, what is that? But it's actually pretty good. So, but I can do anything.
So it's you can do just like you said, just about anything.
Yeah.
So as I stuff my mouth over here with these delicious peanut butter brownies. So what about your family? Becca, do you have traditions? The Milliner house, do you guys have traditions in your home? I know your children are getting older now.
Yes, it's kind of shifted, like like we said earlier, because our children are now, our daughter's in her second year in college, our son is a senior in high school. When they were little, of course, we always did the cutout cookies, and their friends came over, and I would make the cookies, or they would cut out some, and then I would just let them frost them, that kind of thing. Where now, as they're older, we started a couple years ago, actually, because we're always so busy.
Oh, yeah.
So they've tried to come up with ways to help out so I get some downtime. And a couple of years ago, we started on Christmas, because Thanksgiving, we do turkeys for, orders. And, I carved 20 turkeys this year. So
20 turkeys.
20 turkeys.
Wow.
So, and Christmas, we do the same, so I'm really busy the days before I
thought I was busy.
Yeah. And so we actually now do, which is actually one of my favorites, we just do finger foods. Everybody gets to pick their favorite finger foods.
Nice.
And that's what we do on Christmas. So my son always has to have his clam strips. That's his favorite. And this year he asked me to make onion rings with, it's actually like a mozzarella stick inside. So I'm going to do some new this year.
Okay, nice. What about Christmas Eve? Do you have a tradition on Christmas Eve? Do you guys spend an easy night at home, quiet, or do you go
in Germany? That is Christmas. We celebrate our Christmas, like Christkindl, which is like you guys have Santa, we have Christkind, and it actually Christkind comes Christmas Eve.
Okay.
So I've always done this with the kids. Like we always do one gift on Christmas Eve because I want to keep the German part of it, tied in the family.
And the kids know that.
Yes.
You've shared that story with them.
Yes.
What was it like as a child in Germany when you were waiting for all the,
I loved it. Because we would, gather with the family, and my aunt always had the tradition. She always made Hawaiian toast, which is weird.
Hawaiian toast. Oh,
I think it's called.
I like Hawaiian toast.
It just has ham and pineapple, but that was my tradition growing up with her. But it's always been a holiday. I'm a family person, so I love because we all got together. So that's probably my biggest thing. And then my uncle would always read like one of the stories. We would all sit around, in the living room.
Nice.
And then we would go to bed because we'd have to wait for. But it was like I think about it now, and it's weird because we went to bed a little earlier because it was still that night that Christkindl came.
How exciting, right?
Yes.
And just like here when Santa comes.
Exactly.
And I had a list of all the different names. From around the world, and it's just crazy. I couldn't even because I can't pronounce it all correctly. I didn't even bother. But I'm going to read another tradition from, and this one is from Japan, and we kind of get this. Fried chicken on Christmas Eve sounds like a good idea. Sure, but the Japanese, KFC, that's what they do. It's a tradition there. They have KFC. Every establishment has a long line trailing out the door buying KFC. Christmas isn't a national holiday in Japan. So a lot believe that it's something to recognize the Americanness of the meal, and they're celebrating. And that marketing goes back to like 1970. They've been doing this for like 40, going on 50 years now. It holds strong. There's even an article in the Smithsonian Institute about the Japanese eating KFC on Christmas Eve. And I have a friend that actually lives in Japan, and this is actually a true story.
Wow.
That's what they do. They eat KFC. So that was an interesting thing.
That's a great marketing.
Yeah, right? Hey, what the heck?
Wow.
So, Becca, tell me, what's going on down at Southern Smoke right now? What do you guys got? Anything new coming for the new year? What are you guys doing down there?
We constantly keep trying to keep people engaged and do fun things. We're like, I don't know, we love to have fun. We almost came to the point of like changing the menu and the names we have on there because people were like having a hard time And I go, no, that's part of us. Like, that's the fun part. All our menu items represent people that have been like involved with the business. A lot of people don't know that. We kind of just put that out there. And we started a challenge the other day. I don't know if you saw that.
I saw this on Facebook.
Yes, so we kind of started a food challenge.
I was chuckling.
We've only had one guy try it, but it's just something new that, we're trying. And actually tomorrow, we're going to start fish fry.
Oh, you're going to start a fish fry?
Yes.
Is there going to be something different than
yes,
a regular fish fry?
Yes, you know it. Well, we have to.
Can I get a sneak peek?
We have to have the regular.
This is breaking news, folks. We're going to be doing a fish fry at Milner Southern Smoke.
We have the regular.
Yep, okay.
Of course, the haddock.
Yep.
But because we're Milner Southern Smoke, so we are also going to have catfish.
Wow. Oh, and I love catfish.
I do, too. So that's why it is on the menu, because it's my favorite.
Somebody must have been Southern in my family.
And we're going to have hush puppies.
Hush puppies, nice.
Yes.
So when is that starting?
We're actually, what's today? Today's Thursday.
Today's Thursday. Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Great. Folks, get down to Milner Southern Smoke, 66 River Street. And the phone number again, Becca?
607-661-9414.
And what are the hours down there?
We are closed on Monday and Tuesday.
Okay.
On Wednesday and Thursday, we're open from 11 to 8. On Friday, we're open from 11 to 9. Saturday, we open at 12, and we're open until 9. And Sunday, we are 12 to 5.
Wow, okay, so folks, get down to Milner's. Try out some of that catfish fish fry, or you have a regular fish fry as well.
Yes.
And there's all sorts of other great stuff on the menu. Fresh food done right, good times. And folks, we're going to take another break. I'm Elise from Bullfrog Construction. You're listening to Your Home, and we will be right back.
Remember, this holiday season, there's one thing that will surely warm the heart. And the feet. New vinyl replacement windows from Bullfrog Construction. It's time to kick off the holiday savings here at Bullfrog. If you've been thinking about replacing those old, leaky, inefficient windows, now is the time. Huge holiday savings and top quality Energy Star products add beauty, comfort, and reliability to your home. And Bullfrog's professional installation, well, that's what makes Bullfrog Construction the right choice for your new windows or your next home improvement project. Call us today at 585-737-4553 for a free quote and learn more about our year-end holiday promotion. That's 585-737-4553. And happy holidays from our pad to yours.
And we are back, and I'd like to welcome everybody back this morning. This is a holiday show here on Your Home. I'm Elise from Bullfrog Construction, and I'm joined this morning by Miss Lovely Rebecca Milner from Milner Southern Smoke. And we are talking about holiday sweets and traditions around the world this morning. And I'm going to read another tradition from around the world right now. This says roller skating to Mass on Massé in Venezuela. And I may not be pronouncing that right. If there's a Venezuelan listener out here, I may not be saying it right. But now here's a fun Christmas tradition. Besides waking to firecrackers in the wee hours of the morning, residents of the Venezuelan city of Caracas get up, put out their roller skates, and take off for Mass. Many streets are closed to traffic, and whole families wheel their way into the church pews to hear the sound of skates in those sacred places. So there's an interesting thing. You imagine if they closed the streets in Hornell and people were roller skating to church.
I love it.
It's just an interesting thing that people do on Christmas. So how about the food truck? Is that still out and about? This time of year? Do you guys take it out, or just special events, or what's going on with the food truck?
We're doing, like now with it getting colder, it pretty much, we shut it down through the winter now. We used to be open, but it's just, it gets cold in there, even with all the equipment on it. It's cold. But we still do the special events, and we're hoping to actually hit more spots up next summer for lunches and stuff. Have the truck go to Dansville, Wellsville, surrounding area.
Sure.
And but no, the truck is still available, and it's also available for catering events and parties.
Great. So, folks, Milner Southern Smoke, one of my favorites, and I'm going to read just one more tradition because it's fun. I think these are fun to listen. I had fun looking them up and so on and so forth. There's a thing called SantaCon, kind of like Comic-Con, but it's SantaCon, and this actually happens in San Francisco. What began as a nonsensical gathering of San Franciscans dressed as Santa Claus has become a worldwide pub crawl. Celebrating its 20th anniversary in 2014, the official website describes it as a convention of Santas. Groups of men and women dressed as Santa. That's all it takes, is you just got to put the Santa. But more importantly, you cannot merely just show up with a Santa hat or a beard. You have to have on the outfit. You've got to come, and you can imagine. And you have to address everybody as Santa. So this is something's going on. 20th anniversary, and the picture I saw online, there's literally a sea of Santa Clauses in this picture that I saw.
That
people
is so
out partying.
neat.
So it's just interesting. Another thing that people do around the world, and how attached to these things that people can become. Have you got your Christmas shopping done, Becca? Are you working on it?
I'm still working on it.
So the presents aren't all wrapped yet?
Oh, gosh, no.
And your daughter will be home for holidays?
I'm hoping. She hasn't given me the...
Yeah.
We're talking, now, once they get to that age and they have the boyfriend's house or the girlfriend's house to go to.
Believe me, I got 4 of them, and I got the grandkids, and it's all exciting.
I take any time I can get.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, folks, I thank you for listening in this morning. Beck, I thank you for joining me this morning.
Thank you
It's
for
been
having
fun.
me.
You're a very special guest. Rebecca Milliner from Milliner Southern Smoke, located at 66 River Street, and the phone number down there again, one more time, 607
661-9414.
I appreciate you joining me this morning. It's been such a great show. And most importantly, folks, I'd like to thank you for listening into your home. You make the show. We do it because we want to hopefully help you guys and give you guys some entertainment to break up the week. It's been a great 30 minutes. Hopefully you've enjoyed the time together this morning. And thanks to the staff. Brian, thanks as always. And Glenn, you guys do a great job. And folks, get out your pencils and mark your calendars and get ready to join us. Get your kids, get your grandkids, and anyone wanting to hear from Santa himself. That's right. I'm going to be interviewing Santa on Saturday, December 23rd at 9:30, and I'm going to ask him some pretty tough questions. So get listening, get the kids on. I'm excited. Hopefully you're excited. Stay tuned right here to 1480 WLEA for any announcements. We're going to be talking about it. We're going to have people hopefully send us some emails and some messages, letters from the kids, and we'll talk about those online. And I'm going to really talk to Santa about all these things that I've wanted to know about since I was a kid. So, my name is Elise McCollumn from Bullfrog Construction, your host here on Your Home. You guys have a super holiday weekend, and remember, a house is made of bricks and beams, a home is made of hopes and dreams. Till next time, you guys have a great day now.